What's going on, everybody? Welcome back. It's been a long time no see. Hope everybody's doing well. I for sure am doing extremely well. As you can see right over here, I got my a little present. I'll probably be rambling for a little bit, so if you want to see the unboxing itself, I'll put a little timestamp right here. You can just skip ahead to that. But it's been a long time coming. It's been an extremely long time coming. I have busted my ass. It's taken just over 6 years since I started my journey, creating content, to finally get a play button. I've gotten close a couple times, but, this time we did it. We actually did it. I mean, we did it in record time too. It took, basically, what is that? 10 months and 5 days to get there. Granted, I had some stuff. Well, this is a long story. I don't know if you're interested in it or not, but, I've never really talked about the story of how I got to where I'm at. But, it started off with an article about Twitch over 6 years ago. I was talking about how much, streamers made. And I was like, oh, you know what? I think I'm funny. I think I'm interesting. I can get into that. And I went in. I did everything that I could to make that happen. I built a brand new computer. Dumb. I shouldn't have done that. I should have worked with what I had, or at least, the general rule is, you don't want to spend money until you're making money. You want to try to work with what you've got, but I had nothing. So I was working a good job. I was working at a really nice company, and I, took my income and I bought myself a computer and I got into streaming, and that was, it wasn't what I thought it would be. I wasn't really aware of what the landscape was like when you stream and stuff like that. And it's not easy. It's not easy if you don't know anybody, or, know people, or are part of any community or anything like that. I barely started watching Twitch when I decided to start streaming. And I'm a little bit of an older guy. I was 29, or I was 30. How old was I? I was 30 when I first started. And Twitch, granted now that, again, landscapes are different over the years, but back then there wasn't really people my age, for the most part. It was definitely younger people doing that. And it was not a good time. I wasn't treated well on Twitch. There's always the discussion about how discoverability on Twitch and stuff like that isn't really that great. And it was true. I did a few different projects that I thought would go over well. I didn't. My main one was I remade the game Deal or No Deal to be played live on Twitch. And, I was trying to, source out sponsors that would, give up gifts for whoever wins. It was a really in-depth thing, and it basically led nowhere. I had a couple, small successes with it, but it took, 6 weeks to develop this thing. My friend Paul helped me out. It was extremely in-depth, extremely difficult to make. And it led to nothing at the end of it. And, I found myself getting banned on a very regular basis, and a lot of them I deserved for sure. Some of them I didn't, but the last one was I was trying to stream Omegle, right? And I was like, oh, we'll have some fun, and I put these blurs on screen, and I had, I had a stream deck. I have one, and it's under the bed. But basically I'll be able to blur and mute and do all that stuff. And I was like, okay, well, I need to check the the boundaries for this blur, right? I was like, let me connect to somebody real quick. And as soon as I connect to somebody, it was some guy, pounding the pud, and I was banned again, indefinitely banned. And that's when I started this channel. I started Johnny X then. That was 2021, February 21st, 2021, if I believe, if I'm not mistaken. And basically I started my YouTube journey at that point. I just put all my chips in and said, if I'm going to do anything, you might as well go for broke, right? And I had a lot of success on this channel, and it was, really great for a long time. And, the type of content that I was doing before, reacting to music and stuff like that. And, a lot of this stuff is copyrighted. And in my mind, I was thinking, okay, if I'm making $3-4 a day, if I increase my, subscriber count, if I get to, if I'm at 70,000 right now, right, making $3-4 a day, if I get to 7 million, that's $300-400 a day. I'm thinking, okay, yeah, that's going to be what I do. And I'm like, wait, what the hell? How the hell am I going to get to 7 million? I have, a life to get to, right? And I foolishly thought that maybe, Patreon would be a secondary way to do that. See some, reaction channels doing that. And, understandably, I can see why people didn't want to do that, because I'm kind of all over the place, right? I didn't really want to be pigeonholed into one thing. I was like, oh, I'll do reactions, but I'll do reactions to everything and blah, 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 blah. And I get it. I get it why it didn't really pan out for me. It's not really a big deal. If you're curious about what I did before, I was basically in the IT field. I worked in cybersecurity, and then I went into basically, what's the best way to put it? I was a client executive, but for all-encompassing IT systems and IT solutions, if that makes sense. I don't want to get too specific because I do have NDAs and stuff I still have to abide by. But basically, I was running the state of Texas in a specific way for their IT infrastructure. In about June of 2018, I was streaming basically from 2016, November 2016, until about June of 2018. I was sitting there and I was like, I am so unhappy with my life, right? I was having a lot of fun streaming, but I wasn't successful. And I was working and I was making a lot of money, but I wasn't happy. So I was like, well, I need to find this balance between, being happy and then having an income. And in November of that year, I gave everything up and basically sold off all my assets except for like my computer and stuff. And I went for it. I said, you know what, full time, we're going to make it or we're going to fail. I mean, there's no in between on that. And that was dumb. That was a very dumb idea. I shouldn't have done that. That's, pretty ballsy of me. And I heard a quote by Bo Burnham once, and he said, he was talking to Conan O'Brien, and Conan says, what would you tell people, who are starting out, like what kind of advice would you give them when they want to get started? And he was like, I'll tell them not to do it. He's like, you would tell them not to do it. Why? And Bo Burnham says, well, look, people like me and you, talking about him and Conan, we're the outliers, right? The majority of people who try this stuff, they fail and they fail miserably. And that really stuck with me because it's not a matter of, are you good or not, right? There's certain things that have to happen, especially with something like live entertainment, like Twitch. And it's true. Like it doesn't matter if you're good, right? There's other things that are taken into account there. And when I came to YouTube, I noticed that basically everything was better, minus the live streaming. Obviously, live streaming on YouTube isn't that great, but I was able to make these videos, and then when I'm not making a video, at least people are still watching them. And basically, I totally put Twitch on the back burner, and then eventually, like I might have streamed a few times since then. And about maybe 3-4 months after I started the Johnny X channel, I got unbanned on Twitch, and I would do some streams here and there where I would like record a video while streaming it, and have everybody interact with me at the same time. And that was cool. Everything was cool. But then it got to the point, like I said, I'm making $4 a day, $5 a day, $6 a day. My Patreon maybe got up to like 40 people, and I was at like 65, 70,000 subscribers or something like that. And I was like, dude, this is not sustainable. It's just not sustainable. And so Johnny X is not my first channel, right? I had another channel before that, which was my very first, YouTube channel where I really tried. I've had like 10 different channels. Never been banned though, mind you. And so one of these things that I did before was I was watching true crime on Twitch one day, right? And I was watching this guy, his name is Mike O. He runs That Chapter is the name of the channel. That Chapter, very popular channel, awesome videos. Mike, I don't think you'll ever see this, but he did respond to my tweet. So if you see this, Mike, how you doing? Yikes. And I was like, you know what? I think I can make something like that, maybe like on a smaller scale and a specific way that I wanted to do it. And so I made these videos, and they were maybe, 10 minutes long or something like that. And I got overwhelmed very quickly. I'm a fairly empathetic person. I'm fairly, in tune with who I am as a person. I get emotional and stuff like that. And I found myself, I was trying to make a video every week on true crime stuff, and it was just too much. It was too much. I was like, maybe this isn't for me. And I put that on the wayside. I said, all right, well, maybe a different time. And so end of 2021, I was doing the reaction channel. I was, making videos. I was hanging out with y'all. And I was like, there needs to be some more to this, because I didn't really feel like I was being creative. I'm a creative person in some regards. I'm not that good artistically. I don't really know how to draw well. I should draw extremely badly. But I think I'm a creative person. And I said, okay, let's try this true crime stuff again. But instead of trying to do it once a week, I'll just do it once whenever I feel like it. Not a bad idea. So December 31st, right around when, the clock ticked over to January 1st, I re-uploaded my videos. And I believe I put my first of the new type back up, like interrogation analysis, JCS inspired is what they call it. And I did that. And I mean, what was supposed to be just a side project right? Within a few weeks, I partnered. My first day of monetization, I think I made $12. And then the next day was like $24. I was like, oh, that's awesome. And then the next day was like $90. I've never made $90 on this Johnny X channel ever. And, it just kept going and kept going. Like some slowdowns here and there. Obviously, you got your ebbs and flows, you got your highs and lows and yada, yada, yada. It's all cyclical, right? And, I just kind of stuck to it, and I found my niche. I found a way to feel satisfied and fulfilled when I do this stuff. At the same time, the same problem still exists where I get overwhelmed, right? So a lot of these videos that I do are like really disturbing cases, and I can't talk about that stuff constantly, right? So I went from being a true crime, not even I don't even want to say casual, but pretty hardcore true crime enthusiast, to only being able to consume this stuff when I'm ready to make my content. And that's just because there's only so much you can take. Like I'm not like a sad person. I'm not a depressed person. I'm not like I don't know what's the way to word it. Like I'm not like a dark individual, right? I'm just extremely fascinated by this stuff. And so consuming this content on top of making it, I think was what broke me. So once I let that go and basically said, when I'm ready to make these videos, I'll make the video. At the time of recording this video right here, for this plaque over here that we'll get to eventually, I haven't uploaded another video to my other channel in something like 45 days. I've been working on a video, but I haven't uploaded a video. And I was trying to do it like every 14, 15 days, but I found myself lacking on the content, lacking on the quality, lacking on the amount of information and depth that I can give. So I'm trying to, again, this is all a learning process, and I'm increasing my production quality as I go. And yeah, basically, long story short, it's been a really long road, and we're here now. And yeah, we hit 100,000 on November 5th, if I'm not mistaken. It is now December 9th, and I think I just hit 115,000. So we're still cooking, we're still doing well. And I got that plaque, here's what sucks. I was super emotional when I hit 100,000, but it took 35 days to get the plaque. And I'm already like, my goals have changed. I'm really not even thinking about 100,000 anymore. So I don't know how I'll feel about opening the plaque. I definitely would have gotten super emotional, if it came a little quicker, but it's okay. We're here now. So with that said, let's check out this plaque. I'll get some scissors here. Let's go ahead and let's open her up. So I know there's a letter inside, from Susan Wojcicki, if I'm not mistaken. You'll see this. There we go. Hopefully I don't cut myself for some shit. There we go. Okay. I'm sure some of y'all have seen these before, but I know I looked it up as well. I already took off the address, obviously. I don't know if y'all could tell, but you definitely can't tell. But on top of this cabinet back here is like a memento area. There we go. Like just like things that I've been doing, that mean a lot to me, friends, stuff like that, accomplishments. So this box will probably go up there. But ladies and gentlemen, let me move this out the way a little more. Hopefully you can hear me. Oh shit, I'm nervous. Why am I nervous? Okay. Okay, there's the award. End of video. No. All right. Oh boy. Here we go. Look at this. Get a little card. Congratulations on your subscriber milestone. We are honored to take part in recognizing your achievement and want your experience to be exceptional. This award was inspected and packaged with great care by Rick. Thank you, Rick. If your award was damaged, blah, 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 blah. Here you go. I don't know if anybody's ever actually shown anybody. There you go. So Society Awards is the company that YouTube outsources this stuff to. Because obviously they're not going to like manufacture this stuff at wherever the YouTube headquarters is, like Irvine or some shit. I don't even know. Okay. Here's a letter. Wow. Thick cardstock. I can see the award over here. I don't want to look at it. So let's read it. some 100,000 subscribers. Just how far have you come? If each of your subscribers were a light year, oh shit, I'm getting emotional. They could take you from one side of the Milky Way to the other. That's far. And it's why today we're so excited to celebrate your special YouTube journey with you. Not only have you brought a unique voice and style to the world, you've also created valuable connections and built a community along the way. In that spirit, YouTube is proud to present you with the Silver Creator Award, which celebrates your hard work and and incredible achievement. Congratulations on this amazing milestone, just one of the many things that we hope will follow in the future. After all, there are countless others out there who have yet to discover your passion and dedication. Whether they come to your channel to learn something new or just for a laugh, a whole new audience is waiting for you to inspire them, just as your growing community continues to inspire you. Oh. We can't wait to see what you do next, and we'll be with you every step of the way. Yours sincerely, Susan Wojcicki, CEO, YouTube. There you go. If you guys want to pause it on that if you want to read it yourself. Cool. So I actually knew that this was coming. Is that in frame? Am I focused? Fuck. I don't know where to use this damn thing anymore. So I can't even tell if I'm focused or not. Holy shit. What am I doing? Oh my God. Okay. Close enough. I knew that letter was going to be in there, so I ordered a little frame. Let's go ahead and put this in there now. And I got a silver frame to match the... Oh shit. Okay. Match the silver award. By the way, this is just... That was just something to prop the award up. I'm not like trying to flex on you or nothing. Although they are nice. I'm not gonna lie to you. The glow in the dark ones. I'll have to polish out the fingerprints. Oh, that actually worked a little bit. Okay, well, anyway, I'll clean it up properly. It's kind of busted up in the corner, is it? That's fine. Is it? Ah, fudge it. No matter, I'll just get another one. Oh, it is kind of messed up. Dang it. Look at this. You see it? It's kind of bent right there. I could probably fix it. I'm not too worried about it. Okay, so that's that. All right, here's our plaque. Oh shit! Presented a morbid curiosity for passing. There we go. For passing 100,000 subscribers. YouTube. Nice. Cool. Oh wow. Look how reflective that is. Hello. Hello, my name is Johnny. I have a YouTube channel. Wow. It's heavy. Cool. Well, there it is. Morbid curiosity. I can't believe I'm fucking holding one of these. What in the hell, dude? Holy shit. Awesome. That feels good. It feels good. I'm glad I did it. I'm glad that am I fucking out of focus again? God dang it. I'm glad for those of you who've stayed with me through the ride, I know it's been quiet on this channel since basically since I did this other one. There are plans to do something with this channel, but like I said, I wouldn't change the time that I spent on this channel for anything. But like I mentioned in the I'm Alive update, it's something where I have to do what's right for me, and making these videos with no compensation and stuff like that, like it's even though I love it, right, I have to spend my time appropriately. I have to do the things that make the most sense to me, and it didn't make sense for me to continue doing videos on on music, just because they're so strict with letting other people use their music. And I heard that there was something coming along with the potential like split, like if you used music in a certain way or something like that. There's been some rumors about that in the YouTube community, and we'll see what happens with that. And if so, I mean, if it comes back, then it comes back. And if I can get if I can make a little bit of scratch for the time that I'm doing, I'm spending on this stuff, I have no problem with that. I have no problem coming back. But yeah, I mean, I know it's not. I know not everybody is into the true crime stuff, and I'm okay with that. But for those of you who were, or I should say, and helped me at the beginning of this, the beginning of the ride to get this one, I truly appreciate you. I mean, I appreciate all of you. It means a lot. Like, I'll never forget any of this stuff. Like, this is a core memory for me. I'll always remember this. Did they spell it wrong? Curiosity. No, they didn't. Imagine if they spelled it wrong. It'd be hilarious. But yeah, I don't know if my story helps anybody or if it ever will help anybody, but if it does, more power to you. Just know, do what's right for you. If you believe in yourself, that's going to be the most important thing that matters. I don't know how much help I can give everybody, but if somebody has some questions or something like that, feel free to ask them, and I'll try my best to help you out and get you to where you'd like to go. Because I enjoy it, man. I really do enjoy making videos. I enjoy making content. I enjoy doing this stuff because there's a level of satisfaction that you don't get from other stuff, right? I've never been this fulfilled in my life with any sort of employment. Like, this isn't a real job at the end of the day, right? I'm making videos, but is it a real job? I don't know. I don't really consider it a real job, because I'm not clocking in, I'm not clocking out. It is a job, but it's not your standard one. Anyway, I'm rambling. I don't know. I don't know what to say. Thank you guys. Thank you guys from the bottom of my heart. Thank you. Love you guys. I'll see you on the next one.